Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to another video. Um Today we're going to be talking about how God has spoke to me through dreams, okay? Um I would say personally this is my favorite way God speaks to people, I would say. Um I don't know, the way he speaks through dreams are just so powerful, and I don't know, they're just so powerful, I guess. I just think the way God speaks through dreams are my favorite. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about the dreams I've had. I've had 4 total dreams that were from God, I would say. So let's just get into it. So let's go over the 4 ways God has spoke to me through dreams. The 4 dreams I've had are: 1, I had a dream about how I was gonna die, and then an end times dream, an end times dream, an end times dream. Okay, the rest of them were end times dreams. These 3, and one other one, but I don't want to say rapture dreams because they were not rapture, and I feel like the word rapture is extremely overused. Um, and people, when they have a dream from God, they just call it a rapture dream, and I mean, they weren't rapture dreams, okay? They weren't rapture dreams. They were just dreams about the end, I guess, if you could call it. Let's just get into it. Okay, first dream. So I was on vacation and I wasn't really seeking God at all because I felt that like other things were getting in my way. Like, cause I was on vacation, I was focused on other things, and I go to bed I have this dream about like how I have a disease. I have like I don't remember it that well because it was like a long time ago. Wasn't too long. It was this year, but um I know I was diagnosed with like an uncurable disease, and I was gonna die soon. Like, I don't know. He didn't say exactly when I was gonna die. He just told me I was gonna die. The doctor said that. Um, and all I remember is like I kept saying to myself, I'm like, I need to read my Bible. I need to seek God. I need to get right with God before I die. Now, that's kind of all I remember. It wasn't anything too specific. It was all I know is I had a disease and I wasn't gonna live very long, and I just kept trying to seek God as much as I could. I think the lesson we can get out of this is that even if you don't have a disease, you really don't know when you're gonna die. I mean, like, you could get in a car crash anytime you get in your car, even if you're the safest driver or you're the most careful driver ever. Someone else could also be being stupid and drive 100 miles down a neighborhood and smash right into your car. So you really don't know when you're gonna die. This kind of comes back to the verse that says we should always be ready, because we don't know when Jesus is gonna come back, and we don't know when we're gonna die. So we should always be trying to seek God and have a relationship with him, because we want to be ready for when that day when we do die, and the day that Jesus comes back. So yeah, that's kind of all I have for the first stream. Nothing special, but it definitely had a theme. It was like you need to be ready, and you need to seek God, and pretend like you're living like your last moment. Not like you only live once and it's sinful, like go and gamble and get drunk and stuff. No, the Christian YOLO is be ready to die at all times, because you really don't know when you're gonna die. Keep seeking that relationship with the Lord and live a life to honor him. Okay, number 2, first end times dream. Now, it's not what you think. I didn't have this all dreams from God are good, or they speak to you, but this dream wasn't like extraordinary, revolutionary. I didn't see like flaming volcanoes or stuff. I didn't see anything super enthusiastic. Definitely was powerful. I don't really remember much of this dream. I kind of remember it vividly. Like, I know I was like playing basketball on like in this arena, and all of a sudden I just stop because I look out the window, and it's like from sunny to dark really fast, and I'm like, immediately I'm like, oh no, it's happening. That's what actually I heard, oh no, it's happening, and I'm guessing that was my voice. But this was a long time ago, but That's really all it was, is just me playing, like, stopping in the middle of a basketball court and then looking outside, and I see it just gets dark outside. I'm like, oh, and immediately I knew that the end of the world was happening. I think this dream kind of emphasizes, like, how quick it really is going to happen, because it's like lightning, and the Bible says it's like lightning, and once it does happen, you really can't go back, you know? You gotta repent while you still can. You really can't go backwards. Jesus does come back. So that was kind of it for that one. Okay, dream number 3, another end times dream. This is another really short one. But all this was I was looking at the sky, and it was like pink and sunset, and the clouds were moving as usual, and then all of a sudden it got dark, like extremely dark within 3 seconds. And that was it. That was the whole dream. Just, it got extremely dark within 3 seconds, and that was it. And then I woke up. So this dream, honestly, just like the last one, emphasizes how quick it really is going to happen, and that once it does, there's nothing we can really do. Okay, last but not least, the 4th dream. Now I think this is the longest dream I've ever had, or ever gotten from God. Okay, now I think this is the more personal dream I've had, but it could still speak to some of you guys, but I would say it's more personal for me. I just want to share it anyway. So, this one's hard to explain. It's weird, because I was like, on the dream, I was like on a grassy hill. It was right next, I'll give you my point of view. I'll put a drawing like right here, but this is what it looks like. I was like on a grassy hill, and there's like a city. So it was like a grassy hill, and then there's a road. When you went down the grassy hill, there's a road, and then there's just a city. And it wasn't like small houses going into big houses. It was like there's giant office buildings and Empire State Building size buildings right next to the road. And then there's a tunnel over here. There's a tunnel. The road came out of a tunnel. The city was on the other side of the road, and then there's this grassy hill that goes up into, I don't know. So that's the scene. I don't know how that is important, but I just wanted to describe the scene. Okay, and also there's like, it's cloudy, there's people driving by on the road, obviously. There's people walking, whatever, it's a city. So now, on this hill, there was like, it wasn't too far away from where I was standing, but it was like it was a little distance, and there's just like one of these white canopies. I don't know why, I don't know how that symbolizes anything, but there's just like one of these white canopies, and I walk over to it, and I see this like group of people. I don't really know their age. I know there are people, but there's like maybe 7 or 8 of them, and they're just looking at this giant book. It was like a humongous book with leather and gold and all that, and immediately, for some reason, I knew it was the Book of Life. Like, I just had that feeling, and I just knew. Okay, I just knew it was the Book of Life. No one told me or anything. I just knew. And I walk up to the guy who has it in his hands. I start reading the names, and I'm like, oh, I'm in it. I think I remember reading my name, but I remember myself saying like, oh, I'm in it. I'm in the Book of Life or something like that. And I mean, that's very reassuring and awesome. But in the dream, I wasn't like joyful or anything. I just said that, and I got up and I walked down the hill. Like, so that's kind of strange to me. I mean, that's really awesome, but I don't know, that's just kind of strange to me. Okay, I don't really remember walking down the hill, but it just like, you know how sometimes dreams just like jump cut or something, I don't know. But I just like appeared in the tunnel, okay? So the cars are coming this way, and I'm like standing on the edge, just watching the cars go by, you know? I'm just standing there right next to the entrance to the tunnel, and I'm literally just watching the cars drive. And that's all I was doing for that part. I was just watching cars going back and forth and standing there. And that's it. So, now, let's get on to the next part. After this, I'm back on the hill again, and it's nighttime now, so you can see like the buildings glowing from their lights and stuff, and it's raining. And I don't really remember much, but I do remember just standing there in the rain on the hill, not looking at the city. I was facing away from the city. I couldn't see the city anymore. But I was on the hill, and I just heard this loud trumpet, you know, not like earth shattering, like it caused an earthquake, like it describes God's voice, but it was definitely loud enough for probably everyone to hear. So I heard that, and then I got on my knees, and I like started, I don't even know what I did. I think I was either praying or singing or whatever. I don't even know. I just got on my knees, and then I woke up, and that was it. That was really it. I mean, I'm not complaining. But, yeah. If you want to, like, interpret what any of that means, go ahead, okay? I would love that. But those are my dreams that I've had. Let me know what you think. And if I have any more, I'll definitely let you guys know. So, the three things I took away from these dreams were, be separate from the world, live like it's your last breath, and once the end comes, there's really no turning back. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll make more videos like this, and I hope you have a very blessed day, or night, or whatever, and I'll see you in the next video.